Hello, I'm Rick Beinecke, Vice President of the Prospect Hill Foundation and Chair of the Nuclear Disarmament and Non-Proliferation Program Committee. Our program of policy research, analysis, and advocacy related to arms control and nuclear weapons was started by my father in the early 1980s. Over the years, the Foundation has supported policy think tank organizations focused in the fields of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. We have supported work to strengthen the NPT and other multilateral conventions, including only a few years ago, the JCPOA, colloquially known as the Iran Deal. More recently, we have convened educational opportunities for funders. In New York City, we organized a briefing for philanthropists on the humanitarian consequences of the actual use of nuclear weapons. The Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, known as the Nuclear Ban Treaty, was adopted at the United Nations on July 20th, 2017 by 120 countries. In 2018, ICAN, or the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, won the Nobel Peace Prize for this groundbreaking initiative. Despite this progress, the world is now facing more threats to global peace, from the deteriorating relations between the US and Russia to the erosion and dismantling of the historic Iran deal. Important arms control regimes, such as the INF Treaty, have been abruptly terminated, with the result that we seem to be entering a new period as unsettling as the Cold War. The existential threat that nuclear war poses to humanity and for the planet is stark and real. Unfortunately, very few foundations are focused on the risk posed by nuclear weapons, so very few fund work on nuclear non-proliferation and disarmament at all. Last year, the directors of the Prospect Hill Foundation decided unanimously to continue grant-making in this area. During our year of reflection, the members of the Nuclear Program Committee assessed the program's funding priorities to consider whether they were still relevant given changes in the world. We asked our grantees about the most critical challenges facing them and how we could help them. In late October 2018, we organized a series of workshops and meetings over the course of 3 days in Washington to learn from experts in the field. We invited our fellow funders, nonprofit advocates, activists, artists, and policy leaders to join us. We were interested to hear from youth and other people typically not well represented in the fields of nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation policy. One outcome from those discussions was an affirmation that our loyal support over the years of the leading policy institutions continues to be important. We will continue to seek opportunities to leverage our limited resources. We have also expanded funding focus to include public education activities and now to highlight the voices in nuclear policy work that historically have not been represented. We are interested in supporting work led by young people. In addition, we recognize the vital importance of leadership by women and the need for greater gender and racial diversity in expressing the risk to humanity from these weapons. Thank you for listening.